one of my favourite knives, in fairness, which is also a very, very cheap knife that you can get for usually around about the £10 mark, and it's the Mora 840MG. Now the MG stands for military green. I mean, they do come in other colours, but I particularly like the green one. It's very bushcrafty. It also comes in the 860 model, which comes in stainless steel. The 840, which is this one, is a carbon steel blade. Now this is a knife I use a lot. It's a very, very practical knife, and at the price is almost disposable. So if I'm going anywhere where I think my knife might get damaged or likely to be abused, this is the knife I usually take. Likewise, this is the knife I generally recommend to people who are starting bushcraft, just because it's such a high quality blade at such an amazingly low price. You won't get more knife for your money than one of these. Now, it comes in a moulded plastic sheath, like most of the Moras. Let's pop the knife down for a minute. The sheath itself has a drain hole in the bottom, and a piece like the thing I particularly like is it actually has a clip rather than a tiny belt loop, which some of the Moras have. The clip obviously is easy to get on and off your belt, or the belt of your bag or whatever, without actually having to start unbuckling things. You can just put it straight on. I generally carry it just on a piece of paracord around my neck. It weighs in, the complete knife weighs in at 107 grams, so it weighs next to nothing. It's a very, very good neck knife. The knife itself has a rubberized handle, very, very good grip, nice shape in the hand. The tang comes down to about here. If you look around the internet, you can see X-ray footage of these knives. Now, normally that would be a weak spot on a knife, but not really in this case. In all my years using these knives, I've never actually had one break on me, and I have abused them. I mean, you'll see people do destruction tests and things like that, but that's not really a true test of the knife. A true test of the knife is in its use, and I've never had any trouble with these, and they've been used to the fullest of their extent, basically. Like I say, this is the carbon steel version. Now, carbon steel, stainless steel, there's always a debate going on about which is better. I like the carbon steel. It's slightly easier to sharpen, although it does take a bit of maintenance. You do need to keep the blade dry, clean and oiled, or it does mark quite easily. This one they come in at a Rockwell rating of 59 to 60, which, if anyone knows their Rockwell ratings, that's reasonably hard steel, so it will keep a good edge. They come practically razor sharp out of the box. They do have a secondary micro bevel on them, which also makes them slightly tougher. That essentially means that where the bevel here goes from flat down to the edge of the knife, there's ever such a tiny little extra bevel on the edge. And what that does, that just stops the edge from curling, and it keeps it nice and sharp and makes it gives it a little bit more endurance. As far as specifications are concerned, the overall length of the knife is 8 inches. It's got a 3 3/4 inch blade. For those who work in millimetres, I think that's 215 millimetres for the overall length of the knife. And like I say, it's 107 grams, so it weighs very, very little at all. It's just a great knife. It just goes to show that you don't need to spend a lot of money on a knife to actually have a very, very functional bushcraft knife. So I'd strongly recommend this to anybody starting out, or anybody who wants a good backup knife, or even anybody who just wants a good knife that they're not too precious about. So that's the Forsts Mora 840MG, also known as the Clipper.